Princess Lila and the Enchanted Doll Kingdom. Chapter 1, The Magical Gift. Lila loved dolls. She had a whole shelf filled with them, princess dolls, fairy dolls, mermaid dolls. But her favorite was Rosabelle, a beautiful doll with golden hair and a pink gown that sparkled in the light. One evening, as Lila was getting ready for bed, something strange happened. A soft, golden glow surrounded Rosabelle, and suddenly, the doll blinked and moved. "Lila," Rosabelle whispered, "I need your help. The Enchanted Doll Kingdom is in danger." Lila gasped. "You can talk?" "There's no time to explain," Rosabelle said urgently. "Will you come with me?" Lila nodded, hardly believing this was real. Then, with a swirl of golden light, Lila and Rosabelle disappeared from her bedroom and landed in a place unlike any other. Chapter 2, The Enchanted Doll Kingdom. Lila found herself standing in a magical kingdom where everything shimmered like a dream. The trees had golden leaves, the rivers sparkled like diamonds, and the sky was filled with tiny floating lights. All around her, dolls were alive. There were ballerina dolls dancing, fairy dolls flying, and night dolls practicing with tiny swords. "Welcome to the Enchanted Doll Kingdom," Rosabelle said. Lila spun around in amazement. "This is incredible." But just as she was about to ask a million questions, a loud trumpet sounded, and a tiny soldier doll ran up to them. "Princess Rosabelle, you've returned," he said, bowing. Lila's mouth dropped open. "Wait, you're a princess?" Rosabelle sighed. "Yes, but I had to leave when the kingdom was in danger. Now, I need your help to save it." Lila's heart pounded. "What's happening?" Rosabelle's face turned serious. "The shadow sorceress has stolen the diamond crown, which gives the kingdom its magic. Without it, our world will fade away." Lila took a deep breath. She wasn't a hero, but Rosabelle had chosen her. "What do we have to do?" Rosabelle smiled. "We must go on a quest to find the crown." And with that, the adventure began. Chapter 3, The Quest Begins. Rosabelle led Lila through the kingdom's crystal gate, where a shimmering path stretched into the distance. "To find the crown," Rosabelle explained, "we must pass 3 challenges: the River of Reflection, the Forest of Whispers, and the Castle of Shadows." Lila nodded. "I'm ready." As they walked, they passed tiny villages where dolls of all kinds lived, sailor dolls, fairy dolls, even teddy bear dolls. The kingdom was beautiful, but without its magic, the glow was slowly fading. "We have to hurry," Rosabelle said. Ahead, the shimmering path led to a wide silver river. The first challenge had begun. Chapter 4, The River of Reflection. The River of Reflection was not like any ordinary river. Instead of showing the sky and trees on its surface, it reflected people's deepest fears. Lila and Rosabelle stepped onto a small bridge. As they crossed, the water shimmered, and suddenly, Lila saw her greatest fear. She saw herself, but she was all alone. Her family and friends were gone. She had no one. Lila gasped and stepped back. "No, no, this isn't real." Rosabelle held her hand. "The river only shows fears, but they are illusions. You are not alone, Lila." Lila took a deep breath. She wasn't alone. She had Rosabelle, and she was strong. As soon as she realized this, the reflection vanished. The river glowed brightly, and the path forward opened. "You passed the test," Rosabelle said proudly. 1 challenge down, 2 to go. Chapter 5, The Forest of Whispers. The Forest of Whispers was dark and filled with murmuring voices. The trees whispered, calling to them. "Turn back. You're not strong enough. You will fail. Lila's heart pounded. The voices made her want to run away. But Rosabelle whispered, "Don't listen. They only want to trick us." Lila closed her eyes and focused on her own voice, the voice that told her she was brave and capable. The whispers faded, and a bright light shone ahead. "We did it!" Lila cheered. Now, only one challenge remained, the Castle of Shadows. Chapter 6, The Castle of Shadows. At the top of a steep hill stood the Castle of Shadows, dark and eerie. Inside, the shadow sorceress waited. Lila and Rosabelle stepped into the castle's grand hall, where a woman in a flowing black gown sat on a throne. In her hands was the diamond crown. "So," the sorceress said with a smirk, "you've come for this?" "The crown belongs to the kingdom," Rosabelle declared. The sorceress laughed. "If you want it, you must prove your worth." With a wave of her hand, she summoned a mirror in front of Lila. "Look inside," she commanded. Lila saw herself, but instead of being scared or small, she looked strong, confident, and brave. Then the sorceress frowned. "What? You should be afraid." Lila stood tall. "No. I know who I am. I am brave. I am kind. I am enough." The mirror shattered, and the castle trembled. The sorceress shrieked as her dark magic vanished. The diamond crown flew from her hands into Rosabelle's. "You did it, Lila," Rosabelle said. Lila beamed. She had passed the final challenge, not with fear, but with belief in herself. Chapter 7, The Kingdom Restored. The moment Rosabelle placed the diamond crown back on her head, a wave of golden light spread across the kingdom. The trees sparkled, the rivers shone, and all the dolls cheered. The Enchanted Doll Kingdom was saved. As fireworks lit up the sky, Rosabelle turned to Lila. "Thank you, Lila. You have the heart of a true hero." Lila smiled. "I just believed in myself." The world swirled around her, and before she knew it, whoosh! She was back in her bedroom, Rosabelle sitting on her shelf. Had it all been a dream? Lila touched her pocket and found something glittering inside, a tiny diamond-shaped charm. She grinned. It had all been real. And she knew, deep in her heart, that adventure would always find her again. The end.